abortion is the termination of a pregnancy.
An abortion is a medical procedure. It is a form of health care.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even have anything to add to that.
Plain and simple.
An abortion is where a mother murders her baby.
It is a choice that is sometimes the only choice that somebody has because they don't have the option or the money or whatever, or it's not the right time of their life to have a child.
It's the ending of, intentional ending of a life, from the moment of conception up to birth, anything in between. That does not include, miscarriage. I know that maybe technically, medically it's defined as an abortion, but I think the goal is to abolish.
It is the ending of whatever stage the fetus is inside your uterus, and
or outside.
Or outside, and it could be medical. For the most part, it is.
Yeah, it's a medical procedure.
Okay, so unless I'm totally mistaken, I recently found out that in certain contexts, abortion technically means the ending of a pregnancy, whether the child is alive or dead, and it just means end of pregnancy, very strict, specific.
Healthcare, hard stop.
The intentional killing of a viable life.
What is an abortion? An abortion is health care. And in my opinion, abortion care, not even my opinion, it's endowed from Jump Street. Day one of the Declaration of Independence says that we are endowed with certain unalienable rights. That's not a suggestion. That's not a slight nudge in a direction. Is that we are endowed these certain things. We are owed these certain things: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
So it is the choice of whoever is having it, and not all these guys or judges and stuff like that.
However, in the culture of discussions and on the street and all these things and in everyday life, abortion is ending of the pregnancy, but then it's the person's life being ended. And depending on what your worldview is, you may say it's not a person until fill in the blank, because people have all kinds of ideas and they pick this.
Life, this is awakening. Liberty, okay, we take this awakening of consciousness, this rebirth, or just birth in some cases. And what do you do with that? You take that liberty and you find a way to structure and live life in an organized society. That's the liberty of it all, the democracy of it all.
An abortion is, like in general, it's just the killing of an unborn baby or of a fetus. Like legally it's of the fetus, but I mean, like if it's still in the stomach, there is like the illegal. I'm sorry, I'm terrible.
First breath, this age, viability outside the womb, all kinds of different criteria for when a person becomes a person that people just arbitrarily, there they are. But if you look in Scripture, God regards a pregnant woman to be with child. So therefore, if you end a pregnancy through abortion of a living child, you're ending a person's life unjustly, because it's murder.
And you take that structure, and what you do with that is you form a more perfect union. A more perfect union that includes health care, abortion care, education, free, universal education, a roof, knowing where you're gonna stay, a job. So when you ask me what abortion care is, number one, it's health care. Number one, it's a human right. Side scran, it's health care.
Abortion is taking of any life in the womb.
From day one. As soon as the egg is fertilized, it should have a chance to be to life.
An abortion is the flushing out of a fetus for whatever reason. Sometimes it can be for the life of the mother. It could include dilation and cutterage, although usually that involves a non-viable fetus. An abortion is more specifically for a viable fetus. and that's what it is.
But most importantly, what is an abortion? It's owed to us. That's what an abortion is. An abortion is a right. An abortion is demanded and owed unto us. So it's not something that we should be even having to fight for. It's something we should be demanding and should be given to us. Because again, abortion care is health care, and health care is a human right. And I can't think of anything more foundational than the first document you put out with, and that was the Declaration of Independence. And it gave us those things: life, liberty, and the full spectrum that is the pursuit of happiness.
You end a person's life unjustly, and it's murder. So usually when people talk about the word abortion, and if they're against it, it's murder. And if they're for it, it's a medical procedure.
It's a right that everybody should have.
I think an abortion to me is, first of all, a normal thing that happens when you're carrying a child, puppy, cat, any animal. Abortion happens. Sometimes not by choice, sometimes by choice. Sometimes we have to rely on doctors to help us, to whether it be a financial decision, a medical decision, my decision. It's my business.
I would agree with that. I think that an abortion is what you choose to make of it. You know, you never know the background, and really it's not anybody's business but a woman's choice to, or a parent's choice.
Honestly,
to
you know,
decide that.
The answer to that should just be none of your business.
Yep.